Welcome to another community conversation. I'm Michael Witch for LMC Media, and with me on screen is none other than Elliot Fox. Elliot is the executive director of the Emelin Theatre for the Performing Arts. Hello, Elliot.
Hey, Michael. Hi, everybody.
And you're here today because the Emelin is doing a wonderful concert, actually Broadway live on the sound.
So Broadway on the Sound is the first of two free summer concerts we are hosting this year in Mamaroneck's Harbor Island Park. These are done in collaboration with the Village of Mamaroneck Arts Council and the Village of Mamaroneck Parks and Recreation, and very generously sponsored by Con Edison Foundation's Arts Alfresco program, which supports all outdoor events and communities around Westchester this summer. Broadway on the Sound was our first offering because I had connected with a terrific singer and artist, Melanie Kraut, who many of you in our area will know. Melanie is everywhere in this county and this town, and we're extremely grateful. Melanie and I had been talking about doing a concert at the Emelin for her. I had heard her sing a couple of years ago, and we've become friends since. And when this opportunity arose, I thought, this is a really interesting genre to offer a free concert this summer.
Well,
so I reached out to Melanie.
After more than a year of no Broadway, this is a great way to bring Broadway back.
Absolutely. We've got, three veterans. Melanie herself has tremendous history in musical theater. She has invited Ryan Baylor, also a terrific history and experience in musical theater, and Arbinder Robinson, who's been all over Broadway for the past, I think, 10 or 15 years. So we've got three tremendous voices and an incredible band that Melanie has assembled to play for us. We're going to set up on a stage at Harbor Island Park, and we'll get to enjoy, a couple of hours of Broadway musical work.
And this is on Wednesday, July 28th, right?
Correct. Wednesday, July 28th. We're going to start at 7 p.m. So anybody who's bringing families, it's very family friendly. The show will run probably 90 minutes to 2 hours.
It's free?
It is absolutely free. Again, this is
bring your own lawn chair, right? And bring your own.
Bring your own chair or a blanket or something to be comfortable on, because you're just going to be seated out on the grass at Harbor Island Park. And parking, I understand that the village is making parking free after 4:30. Yeah, the other nice thing about this, Michael, is that there will be food trucks coming. I forget the names of who's coming, but we have 2 food trucks and an ice cream truck that will also be available that night. Also interesting to note, we've got a rain date. If it does rain on July 28th, we're going to shoot for the next day, Thursday, July 29th at the same time.
So how can people get the latest news on this? There's a website they can go to?
Yeah, best place to go would be check out the Emelin's website at emelin.org, emelin.org, and there's all the information you need to know about these concerts.
Has Melanie shared with you any of the songs that she's going to be singing, or is it going to be a surprise?
Well, it's going to be a surprise for me. I trust her implicitly. We've talked about the range of performance that we'd like. I'm sure there's going to be a range of really fun Broadway work, from ballads to more intense and more upbeat and fun music. So with 3 voices like this, though, there's something for everybody. It's going to be brilliant.
That's terrific. It sounds great, and it sounds just like what we need in the middle of the summer to cheer us up and bring us back to Broadway and better times. Elliot Fox, thank you so much for spending time with us on LMC Media Community Conversations. Joining me on screen are 3 musical performers who will be entertaining us this summer at Harbor Island Park at a special concert called Broadway on the Sound. And it's being brought to us by the Emelin Theatre, and I'm pleased to welcome Melanie Kraut and Arbinder Robinson and Ryan Baylor. Hello, folks, and welcome again.
Hi,
Hello.
Thanks so much for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So, Melanie, tell me about Broadway on the Sound. What's it going to be like?
So Broadway on the Sound, it was actually an interesting story. The inception of it was that I was originally going to bring a solo show that I had been touring around with to the Emelin Theatre, and Elliot Fox, the wonderful executive director,
Yes.
he called me up and he said, listen, we want to do a summer series. And we need it to be something that's really a very like a musical set that's very inclusive, you know, for all ages, and it's definitely family friendly. And not that my other show wasn't all of those things, but immediately I said, oh, well, we need to do Broadway, you know, like let's do some really great Broadway music, you know, that everybody knows. It's like embedded in our consciousness. It's a part of our culture, you know.
Yes,
And
and especially since we've been more than a year without Broadway live.
Exactly. And we miss it so much. So that was immediately the first thought. And then immediately the second thought was, let me recruit some beautiful men to sing with me, because that's always a crowd pleaser, right? Who, by the way, sing like,
yes.
Oh, and they sing like angels. Wait till you hear them. Oh my God.
Well,
so that was how this came to be. Yeah.
I wanted to say this concert is on July 28th, coming up real soon. And it's a free concert. It's at Harbor Island Park. So people need to bring their chairs or a blanket or something, and they could bring whatever refreshments they want, although alcohol is never allowed in the park for these things. And I understand that food trucks will be there as well for people who want to buy some food.
Yeah, it's going to be a great evening.
I hear that you and Ryan have an interesting something in common, right?
Yeah, Melanie and I went to college together. University of Michigan. We met in the musical theater department, and became good friends.
And then you swung into business, and now you're back in musical theater?
After Michigan, I moved to Chicago and worked in musical theater for a number of years, and then I moved to New York and I did a tour. And after that tour, I sort of just looked at the rest of my life and thought, well, do I want to do a show and then wait tables and then do a show and wait tables? And is that going to be the cycle of my life? And I just said, I don't think that's going to work for me. Even though I made a lot of money waiting tables. And I just took a break. And I happened to be an Apple geek. I mean, I was just the company Apple. I was just a geek. I loved my Mac and knew everything about it. And I was helping friends with their Macs, with their questions. And, soon I just said, I wonder if people would pay me to help them. And, pretty soon I had 40 hours a week, so to speak, of people inviting me to their homes to help them with their technology. And then people were flying me all over the country and all over the world to help them with their homes. I sort of got into a niche of very wealthy people that wanted sort of on-call tech support. So now we have multiple technicians and whatnot. So what I thought would be my side hustle, a little extra money, needed my full attention. And so I ended up inadvertently taking 10 years off from the business. And part of that was, as you get to 5, 6, 7 years off, you get afraid. You're sort of like, can I do this still? And I was very fortunate to have another Michigan grad of ours who's in casting, sort of helped me get back into the business. And since 2013, I've been doing them both, so running the company and doing about two shows a year.
Can people bring their Apple questions to you at the stage?
They have Al, who asked me questions at our last rehearsal. So yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Anyone can. I here's the thing. I love helping people with technology.
Yeah.
And friends I don't charge my friends for anything. So in all seriousness, yeah, I love it. It's not
right.
to me.
Arvinder, what's your resume? Melanie says that's an interesting question to ask.
All right, so the resume. I will just say, for the last 17 or so years, I've been lucky enough to work on Broadway, even though the professional career has been over 20 years. So when most people ask about the resume, they're asking about what shows have I been in on Broadway. And those shows include Hairspray, Hair, Ragtime, Little Mermaid, Book of Mormon, Lion King, Beautiful the Carole King musical, Les Miserables, Shuffle Along, In Transit. I'm sure I forgot one in there somewhere, but I have been blessed and lucky and excited to have had 17 plus consecutive years in shows on Broadway.
Now my next big question, I guess I'm going to ask Melanie this. Given all the experience that Arvinder's had and you've had and Ryan's had, can you tell us some of the songs you're going to be singing?
Well, let me say this. Okay. First of all, there's something literally for everyone. if you've ever been to a Broadway show, ever heard a Broadway show, you will know the music from this show. So the set list was intentionally designed to be a bit of a journey through musical theater history. So it touches on all of the different periods of time, all of the big composers and lyricists throughout history. And it also pulls out a lot of different genres of musical theater. So you're going to get a little pop rock. You're going to get some very classical Irving Berlin, Cole Porter, that kind of thing. You get a little bit of everything. Yeah.
It sounds like a lot of fun, and for the whole family as well. So to sum up, this is a free concert, and it's at Harbor Island Park. It's on July 28th, and it's at 8 p.m., I believe, 7 p.m. And if it happens to rain, it's the next day, same time,
Right.
same place.
Exactly.
Well, thank you for spending some time with us, Melanie and Ryan and Arvinder. And I hope to see you folks for another edition of Community Conversation real soon.